Let's hope third time's the charm, folks. My dog just kept constantly barking at these kids, and it's very windy, so she thinks she's hearing stuff. She's doing her job. She's doing what a dog has to do to protect the family. But I'm trying to get this video done, and she's barking like crazy. I don't know. Anyway. I talked about this a bit last week in my Raw review, and I thought I'd talk about it a little bit more, kind of give a little bit more detail on my thoughts on the new WWE Championship belt that was revealed last week by The Rock. And, what's funny is we knew this was coming, we just didn't know when it was coming, we didn't know when it was going to debut. We didn't know who was going to unveil it. We didn't know when it exactly was going to be coming. We had no idea. We had no idea. Like I said, when it was coming. I mean, we saw the teasers throughout the summer. We just didn't have any idea who was going to debut it, or who was going to debut it, or how it was going to debut, or who was going to unveil it. So, when I first saw this, I thought to myself, you know what? This is an okay championship. It looks all right. I mean, I think what's going on is WWE is trying to slowly get away, because if you notice, the only championships that have nameplates on them still are the Divas, the US, and the World, and that's it. Those are the only ones that have nameplates still of some kind. Well, the Tag, Intercontinental, and now the WWE Championship don't. So, again, when I saw this, I thought it was okay. I thought it was an okay looking title. And when I read online how people felt about it, there was some, in fact a lot, that actually were happy about the fact that we got a new belt and it looked good. But there were others that didn't like it and felt that, we've been waiting 7.5 years for this, why couldn't they give us the winged championship, or why couldn't they give us the attitude style like championship? Well, I think what it is they're trying to cater to a lot of, with this championship design, they're trying to cater to a lot of the people that want certain designs, that want certain looks for that championship. And when you think about it, it's kind of funny that those that have come to not like it, but are trying to, I guess, grow with it, or trying to see where it goes, but those that initially don't like it, what's funny is some of them are starting to say, hey, if this is our new WWE Championship, hey, bring this back. We'd rather have this than that. And the complaint, and some of the complaints are it doesn't have the eagle anymore. It doesn't have like some kind of representation of the globe in any kind. It just has the big W with a black background. It says champion. And then the side plates, if you will, have the logo, initially the replica belt as well as the toy belt like this that's going to be coming out, those are going to have the WWE symbol on the side in front of the globe. Well, the championship that's worn by the superstars initially is going to have the logo, the signature logo on the sides. So in this case, you got The Rock, who's the Brahma Bull. So you got Brahma Bull, you got you got Golden Bull's bull heads, if you will, on the side. You got his logo, his signature logo, the Brahma Bull, on the sides. And again, that kind of shows me that they're trying to cater to the fans that want something that's traditional, that want something that says, hey, it doesn't matter who holds it and how long they hold it. It does look a lot better than what we had before. It doesn't look like a toy, which initially this is. But it doesn't look like a toy. And I agree on that, but when I say it's catering to all types, I talk about the side plates and how when the superstars are going to have, depending on what superstar has this, the side plates are going to be interchangeable. Like I said, except for the replica and the toy version of the belt, which are going to be sold at WWEshop.com and in stores everywhere when the toy one comes out. The side plates, like I said, when the superstar holds them, are going to be interchangeable. So what that tells me is, if John Cena wins at WrestleMania, and I say if because apparently The Rock, from what people are saying, is being advertised for Extreme Rules, so we'll just have to wait and see. But if John drops the belt to The Rock, not The Rock, but if The Rock drops the belt to John Cena, then the side plates are going to be changed from a Brahma Bull to his to either this or his "You Can't See Me" logo. So it's either going to be this on the side, or it's going to be the "You Can't See Me." You know, the UCM with the no symbol or logo right there. So that there caters to those that probably like a championship like this or whatever. And if you want a good example of this, go to Google. Type into the search engine. Go to Google or Bing, depending on what you want, depending on what your choice is. Type in new WWE Championship. Type in side plates, and you'll see what I mean. And if you want to, type in Sheamus, because they used him for an example, because it looks like they may put the belt on him later this year. But they showed what the belt would look like if Sheamus held it, and they had shamrocks on it. You get what I'm saying? So that also means, let's say CM Punk eventually gets this back, that the side plates are going to have his best in the world flag, or his arms crossed like this, the straight X. And, let's say Randy wins it, it'll have maybe a Viper on it. Like, his logo says the Viper, it might just say RKO. I'm just saying. It all depends. For example, if I can find somebody here, because I got a lot of these. Here you go. Well, let's say this guy. Let's say he decides, I want one more run with the championship, and I want to hold this championship, because then he can go on and say, hey, I held the Attitude Style belt, I held the Ruthless Aggression belt, now I held this one. So, well, basically, he can go on and say, I held the Attitude belt, this belt, and now I'm holding the newer one. And you could have the skull, the King of King logo of his, with the skull and the bones, the crossbones, if you will, on there, on the side, as the side plates. If you know what I mean. So, and to me, that would be an interesting concept. Even Ryback, let's say Ryback finally gets this, or gets the new version of this. On the side, you could have the R, which stands for Ryback. So to me, again, like I said, depending on who the superstar is, I think in a sense what they're doing is they're trying to cater, with this new design, they're trying to cater to all parties. To those that want a traditional looking championship that can be taken seriously, to those that like that interchangeable kind of like, hey, the championship should match who the champion is, or who the superstar that's holding it is. For example, when Edge held the championship, they allowed him to change this to the Rated R logo. And then when Miz was champion, they allowed him to have it like this. So, to me, I feel that that's exactly what they're trying to cater to with the side plates. Like the face of it is like kind of catering to those that want a serious looking championship that they can take seriously. or more legit looking championship, or the side plates cater to those that want something that's going to represent, that's going to have the belt represent who holds it. And like I said, let's say if Miz wins it, he'll have the Miz, he'll have his upside down W Miz logo, if you know what I mean, or whatever. And like I said, you know, with Sheamus, you know, the clover leaf, whatever. The thing is, you'll go. The thing is, this belt, in my opinion, this new championship is to cater. Like I said, I know I'm repeating myself here, but it's to cater to all parties that want a different looking championship. The faceplate, like I said, is catering to those that want a legit looking championship they can take seriously. Well, the side plates are catering to those that like that interchangeable situation that kind of helps the championship match who's holding it. You know, and a good example would be, let's see who else. Daniel Bryan. You know, if Daniel Bryan was to win it, it could have the no logo on there, if you know what I mean. Or if Kane wins it, he could have the flames boiled on it. Or even if The Undertaker was to win it one more time, have his Undertaker logo on there. I'm just saying. But to me, I look at the championship and I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to take time for a lot of people to get accustomed to it. It's like I said, kind of like with the whole thing going on in the Sonic Hedgehog comic books right now. You know, you got this one main character who's getting a redesign from being just a vest and boots to having a black t-shirt, a black top with her vest closed in on it, black shorts with white trim, and gloves. And hopefully maybe she'll have a little bit of an old look too, but still, it's an overall new design, an overall new redesign, and people are like, hey, look, as long as it's this character, that's all that matters. You shouldn't worry about it. So, and again, I think depending on how that final design comes to be, it's going to take people time to get used to it, and who knows? You know, some say it might be only temporary. And maybe that's what this is. You know, it might be a temporary 4, 5 years, 8 years like this was. But hey, who knows? So, but to me, you know, yeah, you know, people are going to miss this. There's no doubt about it. But for those that have bought the replica, or even the Mattel version, or in this case, the Jakks version of it, hold on to it. It is going to be a collector's item. But to me, I really don't have a problem with the championship. It's still the WWE title. Yeah, you know, people are kind of split about it, but I'm sure it's going to grow. And who knows, if it doesn't really work out, you might see the spinner belt return. You might see the Wing Championship with the Attitude Era Style Championship return. So, but that's all I'm going to say on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. Video sponsors are greatly appreciated. And I'll talk to you later.